Come on in and settle down in 2025. Just for a little bit, because 2025 might be out the door just as fast as 2024. We don't know. Now let's start this year off right. Time to invest. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody. I hope everybody had a wonderful and safe New Year. Of course, we know a lot of people didn't make it too far into the new year, unfortunately, by other people's choices. But for us that did, I thank God that we did and we made it safely. And my prayers go out for the families and that have lost, um, the family that they lost due to somebody else's actions, and those that were injured, that they have a healthy, a safe, recovery. Those that were injured. Um, and as we go forward into the new year, we could stay. We got to stay prayed up. We got to be vigilant. We got to use discernment. Um, we have to use discernment more than we ever have. And our gut is our first mind. And when our gut feeling says something not right, or don't go there, or don't do that, hold up a minute, check some things out, wait a minute, check out the action, see if it's safe, That's unfortunately, that's what it has come to, um, because we just don't know. We don't know. So we have to use that discernment. So, um, I'm trying to get ready, but what are we getting ready to go do? I'm trying to get ready, but I just had to come on here and say that, and I wanted to say I think this year for those that don't invest or don't know anything about investing, I know somebody special close to me mentioned about investing, and like I said, a lot of time people get that information, but they don't tell you where to go or how to. And as we was having a conversation, I started Googling, to see, about it because I did invest with uh, a couple accounts a different way, with a new bank on moving on this end. But of course, that's it. Well, you can't even touch that for years. And then I just kind of Googled to see, who to invest with because I've heard a lot of YouTubers talking about Weeble and some other things like that, whatever, but I don't know anything about them. And I never did go through none of them. I did try one person's link one time, and I don't know what went on with that, but I never did follow through. That was on my behalf. Um, so I went, and I think one of them was called Phoenix. Y'all, I went in there and I create that account. I got all hyped up and everything about investing and everything, and trying to, because like I said, I'm getting ready to be, I want to go back into home ownership, but I'm going a total different way than what I went this last time. And I definitely want to be more financially prepared than I was. So the first one I went through was Phoenix, and I'll put the information in somewhere in the as I'm working on this video. I'll put the information where I went on their website and I did everything. Y'all, when I got in there and it said, when it started saying about being able to invest, the lowest it went was 25 grand. I was like, okay, Lord, you being funny. I ain't got no $25,000 put up in this account. But anyway, I didn't get discouraged. And then I looked and I saw Charles Schwab. And it was saying you don't have to have no set limit amount or whatever. So like, okay, Lord, okay, I hear you. So I went ahead and did an account, opened up an account, but I'm still in the process of working on it. So I'll keep y'all updated as far as if I really, what I started out with, maybe around about, and if I was able to go on complete, because at this point right now, I do have to print off something, fill it out, because they have to know my signature, which that's understandable. So I'm not in the house anymore, and all my stuff that I could have done that with is in the storage, over 800 miles from me. And they don't have all that set up here right now, so that means I'm gonna have to come out and go print it off through a, like, one of the excuse me, one of the companies that do that. Anyway, so I'm gonna have to print that off at the company, whatever one I go to. I don't think they're like a Kinko's here or something. I think it's like FedEx or UPS. So I have to go to one of them and send it through my email to them, print it off, fill it out, and mail it to them. And then from that point, I guess, I get an account, and then I'm able to start, putting money in there. And, I just had to put like $25, something, because I have to change my situation, because as long as I've been on disability, I mean, y'all, for the years that I never even had a job, up until 2021, it was still somehow the Social Security would send me a letter and say I owed $2, $50, $100, somewhere in there. Somehow they somehow overpaid me. So they always had a way to come back and take money from you. It's like as soon as you get a raise in your benefits, $4 or $5 raise in your benefits, they would still find a way to say that they overpaid you, and they would come back and take money back from you. So you just still didn't never know month to month for, how many months, how long you gonna have that, how long you was gonna get that before, and then by the time you get it paid back, after them payments they take out, every month, $2, $5, $100. I think this time they took $200. It's just, it's like God saying, okay, I'm trying to get you where you got to get to. I'm trying to get you where you need to get to. As well as my own self as a goddess, you know what I'm saying? As my own self as a person, as my own being, I know that I have to do better. I know how to do different. So as a 2025, it's investing. And that's what I feel like we all need to do. So even if you don't have anything, go on Charles Schwab and see, create an account. And they don't matter if they say you don't have a limit, if it's $1. Invest in you and see where you at the end of the year. And putting every time you get something, put something in there. Every payment that come in, you take 10% off of it. If you're doing YouTube, make sure that you putting your third aside, so that at the end of the year, when it's income tax time, you ain't got no issues with the IRS, But we need to start investing in us, in our own self, so that we can help ourselves. Because too many times over, we have been shown that, places where you should get that help, you're pretty much not going to get it. So if you can't get the help from the places that you should get help from, you already know what it's like for somebody individual. You know what I mean? We put too much on family and friends. We really do. We have to look at what we can do for ourselves. And whatever way that is for us to invest in ourselves, we need to start doing it. And let this be the year that we start doing it. For those that's already investing on all that, it's water under the bridge, flowing just fine. That's good. Stay on it and stay on your business and keep up with it and keep your eyes on it. Because, if you got to do a few things to test that system and see if it's working and it's going to be there when you need it, then test that system. You don't need to get in a situation and then all of a sudden, boom, damn, you go over there trying to get $5 out and find out you can't get nothing out. Keep your eyes on it. Just because you're doing it and you didn't set it up, don't turn your back on it. Don't go too far down the road and get all into your splurging and all kinds of other things, because, we're going into some new changes again. We're going to have to help ourselves. Don't be looking for no $1,200 check from nobody. Don't be looking for that. Don't lower yourself and your standards down like that. to be looking for no little $1,200 check to come one time, and you got God on the nose 4 years, maybe even 6 or 7, and don't dumb yourself down. Don't do it. To all that PPP whatever mess they had going on, only to come back around and put majority of the people they could in jail for that stuff. You know what I'm saying, or something. Don't do it. If all costs you can avoid it. You know, do what you can to avoid it. And we have to learn how to start truly listening to others that's saying invest. And any one of them that YouTubers that have channels that's investing, check them out. There's so many. It's many of them. But check them out, because a lot of them, like on TikTok, they have a lot of good information, but a lot of times they don't complete it. They don't have a follow-up video, or that maybe somebody just scam their page and they just throw some out there to try to, get a little recognition or whatever, and they don't have all the videos because they don't have access to it. So, and then sometimes you don't get all the information. But if you can, go to Charles Schwab and start there. If it's really like I say it is. And of course, I'm going to be following up as well, because like I said, I do have to, I'm just in phase 1 myself. So y'all are with me on this phase, as I go through each phase, to know if, I got it going, I got it done, I'm going to be following up. So it's going to take until the weekend pretty much, probably, if I don't get it done today. It is cold, y'all. And believe me, that cold is whooping me. I'm telling you, keeping the heat on, because it's getting cold. Texas ain't no joke when it get cold. It's like ain't no joke when it get hot. And that's pretty much all over the world. This whole world it got bipolar. It used to be some areas you could say it ain't that cold. It don't get that low. It don't get that cold here. It don't get that hot here. This is year round. And then just Georgia weather. Now, 1 minute it's cold, 1 minute it's hot, and it's all throughout a day. You might change outfits five or six times, sweat on, sweat off. You feel like you already, you 15, you gonna feel like you already in menopause. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But, let this be the year of investing. Invest in you. And start where you can. Every time, like I said, every time you get a little paper in your hand, put that $1 or $2 over there in that account, you know what I'm saying? And then see where you are. Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself. And see what you can come up with by the end of the year. And you already know 2026 is going to be bomb diggity, as they say. It's going to be cool. It's going to be good, because you're going to be able to be there for yourself. But it's going to take you to start building that bridge up to that. It's going to take you walking up that ladder to them steps to that. It's going to take that. And if you have not done it at all, now's the time to start it, and I'm talking to myself, yes, it's close to the end of the year. When I got my home sold, yes, I invested in a couple of accounts, but I wasn't able to put a whole lot in each one of them, but I did do certain ones, but I've got time to wait on those. I only got one that I got 6 months that I can go see what it's about, in 6 months, and that's it, but other than that, it's just month to month, with the income I have until I get monetized, and then from that point. So that means that not only in being monetized with YouTube, I think with Anthony, watching his channel, I have watched him and followed him right before he got monetized. And pretty much everybody that I started watching, even like when he said watch Charity, Traveling with Charity, and I went and subscribed to her channel, and I watched them get monetized. And, but watching Anthony, with him being young in the game, he had plenty of videos out, and he had been putting videos out. He had been sleeping in his van or his, for a while already at that time, but he wasn't monetized yet. But I like with him, he broke down about the taxes, and he explained that how to put taxes aside and put so much taxes aside, and then and how to do it. And I was so thankful, and I just stayed with it. It's like at that point, it's like if it's something that I might be bored or not want to do too much of YouTube and stuff, but I got certain YouTubers that I just stay on, because, once they start giving that information and stuff like that or whatever, you support them. You keep supporting them. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like what they covering that day or doing that day, whatever, it still don't matter. Turn it on, go mind your business, go sow some, create some, cook some, but anyway, I really liked what he was saying, and explaining how to do with the taxes. And he did that the next year. He explained, how he was going to do with his taxes and stuff like that or whatever, because don't nobody have time for no IRS, we don't have time for that. And having that knowledge to know how to handle that taxes so that you can enjoy being a creator. You can enjoy being a business owner when you handle your business. And handling that business meaning that IRS is my friend. That's the best friend I'm going to always have. You know what I mean? So instead of looking at them as an enemy or a problem and refusing and holding your hand back to not pay on time and not pay what you're supposed to pay, then you sit up with more problems and more troubles. You know what I mean? So to avoid the problems and the troubles is to take care of your business and handle your business and see them as your best friend. Because when you see them as your best friend, what you going to do with a best friend? You're going to always be there for your best friend. You're going to take care of your best friend. Whatever they need, you're going to be there. You take your shirt, the last shirt you got on your back, and give it to them. You know what I mean? You're going to help pay their bills. You're going to help do whatever you got to do. So the same thing with IRS. See them as your friend. Don't see them as your enemy. Take care of your business. Limit yourself and limit your spending. Limit your needs to a point that you're not going over into that amount that goes for your friend at the end of the year or quarterly. I believe paying quarterly is like 3 times a year, so you don't have such a big bite to chunk off, and chew off and give up at the end of the year, which make a lot of people at that point really is what make a lot of people not want to pay, not want to do it because they're looking at how much they have to pay at the end of the year, And then if you're looking at buying a home, be careful with writing off so much stuff. Or writing off anything, because to a point they do say that when you're looking at buying a home or something like that, sometimes that somewhere in there with the writing off, can affect that. And some people it don't bother at all, Excuse me, but I'm at a good while from that home ownership again. I need a break, but I tell you one thing that I do miss is having my own wash and dryer. Now, whether it be an apartment with a wash and dryer or renting a home wash and dryer, I need it. Because this weekend, I had already had a video. We went to the laundry, but this was a nice laundry, and it was different. And they had a nice setup, too. The whole lot was a whole nice setup. They had, not far, separate from the building itself, was a car wash. And then on one end, they had like a restaurant, I'm thinking, of something like that. They had the laundromat. Then they had like a little desk, I guess, where you could go talk to somebody or whatever. They had the double doors sealed. They had them closed and blocked off from the store itself. But you could see through the glass doors to the laundry and laundry through there. And that was a convenience store. And they had it was a pretty good sized convenience store. They had all kind of little stuff to sell, and of course, I went down there trying to go get me a lotto ticket for the Saturday night lottery and didn't win nothing. But anyway, that's pretty much a habit. So anyway, but it was pretty nice setup. Since we'd already been in laundry, I didn't bother with it, whatever, because I was so tired. We had to take covers and pillows and we had to take everything, and clothes and everything. So I was tired. We got in by 1 o'clock because this was a 24-hour laundry, and I had to wait for her to get off of work so that we could go after she got off of work. So that was a 24-hour laundry, and she got off later that Friday than usual. They had to come in to work late and get off later. So we didn't get through until 1. And y'all talking about sore. I was sore. And now it's cold. Oh, it ain't snowing on this end yet or nothing like that. I don't think it really gets snow on this end like it did up, west, But even Amarillo wasn't hardly getting no snow for some reason straight, which was kind of good. It get cold, but it wasn't really like snow. It wouldn't stay on the ground long if it did snow. It maybe in some other areas of town, but I wasn't getting out like that either at that time. That last about a year and a half after I had to send her car down here on this end, I really wasn't able to get out much at all, And unless I used the Uber or something, Lyft, not Uber, but Lyft. That's pretty much on time I was able to get out, And like I said, here we're not able to get out about that much either, So we on our last leg. We're about another month and a half away from being where we're able to put in applications and stuff like that to relocate as far as another apartment or here where we are or closer to, hopefully. We were looking at Dallas, but like I said, we're still looking at, that's a little too close for comfort for me, So, I pretty much probably know. I seen that experience with that man at that bus station. He was doing his job. He was handling his business, but he let me know that was a little bit too close for comfort for me. When you're trying to avoid drama, and you're starting to see more and more people is quick for drama, you know, I'm not no argumentative person. I'm not. I don't like arguing with nobody. It is what it is. You said what you said. You did what you did, and I saw it and I heard it, and it's for me to choose to do what I want to choose to do with that. And from that point on, you go your way and I go mine. I ain't got time for you to be unaliving me because you can't handle your way, or whatever. But unfortunately, a lot of times we don't know what's on nobody's mind, and especially not their heart and what they're capable of doing. And unfortunately, until it's too late. Um, but anyway, Texas is Texas all over. So you just gotta stay prayed up and trust in the Lord, wherever you live at, and just mind your business and go on, that's all you can do, because you can be minding your business, but somebody else is got it feel like it's they place to mind your business too, and no, it's not. But unfortunately, because they've been backed up so much for so long to do it, they are just comfortable. You know, that's their lifestyle. They comfortable with crossing that line without even considering anything. You know, um, so we just gotta stay prayed up that God change those things. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I just want to get on here, y'all, and just to challenge yourself this year to change um, the finances and go to Charles Schwab. And if you have it, congratulations. And for those of you that's thinking about it, check it out and just start putting money in there. Just like you would take a chance to spend $1 here and $1 there on something. That's the time you gotta say, okay, this is for me. This is gonna come back because this is gonna be mine. Somebody just holding it for me, and it's adding up. And as it start to add up, after the end of the year, you're gonna be proud of yourself, and then you're probably gonna be saying, "Damn, I should put more in there." You know, I should put more in there because at that time, somewhere around Thanksgiving time, you're able to pull it out of there, and you're able to, buy what you got to buy, for Thanksgiving, and you're able to get Christmas gifts and things like that done early. You're able to, you don't have to take it all out, just a little bit to do a little spending and things like that. Um, and just watch God work for you. He gonna work for you. He gonna move some mountains. You gotta just have that faith to tell that mountain to move and get out your way, and believe that mountain has moved. You gotta believe that. Okay. And today is a short day for me, and then I'll probably come back the next day and have some, whatever. And hopefully I done got out and got that paper done, but I probably won't be able to get it done today because she get off, like I said, she get off late and it's cold, y'all. So if she don't have time to take me early in the morning to get it done, it's probably not gonna get done until the weekend when she off on Saturday or Sunday, and then I'll have her run me over and get it done. Unless they let me do it electronically, and I'm noting everything. So if they let me do it electronically, by um PDF or what have you, something like that or whatever, I'll let y'all know. So I do my best to keep you informed on the steps that I make. My point is just that I got it open and I was able to put money in it. That's my point. And what I was able to put, I don't care if it's $1. The point is that I was able to get it done, and I'm able to continue to start putting money in it. And once I see that, yeah, I can do that, then as I can, I will. Because of course it asks where your resources are, where your funds coming from. They got the right to know that. Whatever. Because ain't don't nobody. You don't need nobody think you're trying to do nothing illegal or nothing like that. So it's understandable that they need that information. So be prepared for them to ask you that. Then you put what you got. you know. or where you get your income from or whatever, and go on, and start investing. You stop being afraid. We got to stop letting little simple things get in our way and be afraid or shame. I'm not monetized yet, but trust and believe. Once I start getting in their ass, that's where it's coming from. That's where it's going to be coming from, and hopefully that's going to be happening pretty soon. Maybe by February. My mother's no longer here, but my son's birthday is in February. My mother's birthday was in February, so somewhere in here in February, I'll probably monetize by that time. Hopefully, Lord say the same. So y'all have a blessed and wonderful day today. And then, like I said, it might be another day or something off in here. I think of something, I'll be back on here talking to y'all or whatever, and everything. But right now, hopefully it might be the day, if so. So, I don't know. Like I said, it's cold. It is cold and windy, and it's supposed to be raining today. So we'll just see where she at, where we at on that by the time, when she get off of work or whatever. Cause I'm starting to feel it. I'm feeling it. And but anyway, like I said, I will keep y'all informed and everything on how things are going with Charles Schwab. Because like I said, Charles Schwab might be for me to just build up money through that one and through the other bank that I started, and I may have that money later on. God, it's like he's saying that you don't have that $25,000 right now. But if you set that as, a lot of people say gold, and some people don't like you saying gold. But if you set that as an expectation to get to someday, then you could take that $25,000, put it over there. You know what I mean? So just because you don't have it right now, still have the account open and prepared and ready. So you don't have to go create the account, because things could change by that time. They may not even have where you can just open up an account like that, They may have all kind of other ways, but it's open. All of my information is there, whatever. So when God bless me with that, then if and when he do, I do believe he will someday. I don't know when. I can just put it over there, and then just trust the process, because like I said, when this next phase, when I get back out there in home ownership, I can't say I'm right now not having to mow no grass and things like that. I'm cool. That was the only downfall. The most to me was the mowing, because it felt like somebody in the neighborhood, as soon as somebody came up and they had a logo on their business, like on their truck or on their clothes and stuff like that, somebody was giving them a phone call. And them people would be messy. They wouldn't show up. They wouldn't come back and finish the job, or I had to go through people after people after people, like the plumbing and just different stuff, and that's why you got to be prayed up for God when for you to be able to be blessed. Go ahead of me and make my way straight for me, Lord. Go ahead of me and make my way straight for me, to have the discernment to know that I'm moving into a safe neighborhood or a safe area. I'm picking the right ground to build my home on. I'm in the right city. I'm in the right state. Because unfortunately, a lot of people get in them homes and apartments and things like that. Next thing you know, you're in hell. You just feel like you're in living hell. And you haven't done anything to anybody to deserve it. And you don't know why you're going through it. So when God shut that door for me, I was thankful. I was thankful. When he let me know he was going to shut it, I started getting more and more excited. I did. I started getting so excited, I did not know what to do. I was like, Lord, thank you. Thank you. And so now I know, and that from learning and watching a lot of other YouTubers and other people, it's that confirmation. Yeah. Pray about it. If this is for me, Lord, if this area is for me, if this city is for me, if this state is for me, where is it that I'm going to have a peaceful living, regardless of who's in charge? But just on a personal note, that I can control. There are things that I cannot control. and I get that. But for what I can control, and I can bring peace in my space, all around me, give me the discernment to know and hear you and see and know this is where you're telling me this is for me. I know it's not gonna be perfect, but I went through mowers show up and then didn't show up no more. To 1 minute, it was crazy. But then I finally found one that did. But then all of a sudden, out that first year, he did real good. Then that second year, some went on. I went through the drama again. Then the third year, he come back around. Third summer, he come back around and started doing. But by that time, it was time for me to go, because I'd already done three summers without him. I had done that with or two, whatever, with the prior people. Before I even ran into him to know he was even more. They pulled him up in the system. And so I was thankful, but that's one thing that I know I have to be on, and owning your own land, your own property, your own stuff like that. I do have one lawnmower, but that's electric lawnmower. That's with the plug, but I was trying to get the one that didn't have the plug, so it wouldn't have been so hard for us. We just charge up the charger, stick it in the lawnmower, and go. But I accidentally got the one that had to be cord with a stitcher cord. So that one is in the storage. But going forward, I know I'm gonna have the one that don't have a cord. It's just charge it up and mow that way or whatever. And then depending on how big as the lane is, it's gonna be a riding lawnmower. And I got kids that can do that. I got kids that ain't gonna mind to get on no lawnmower and ride and drive. And that's what I plan on doing. Hopefully one day, but like I said, that's going to be a while. So for right now, this next couple of years going forward, it's going to be the apartment or home renting until I get to that point. So that's what I'm going to be working on, the finances to get to that point where I can own my own land. It's like my great grandmother, she always told me to pay in cash. Whatever you buy stuff, whatever, paid in cash, And then I now understand what she mean when I started, as I got older, and started seeing the repo people and the snatchback. Yeah, the snatchback. You miss a moment or you call talking about you can't pay and all that, whatever. They right there at the door ready to embarrass the hell out of you. I ain't got time for that. So, y'all pray for me, and I'm praying for y'all to, get better. But this year, let it be the year of investing. Let it be the year of investing. And I know I hear a lot of people talk about Weeble. I don't know nothing about Weeble. I don't know how that works. But going forward, that's what my mind is going to be at, is investing. If I get to a point I can buy gold and silver, I will do that too. So, we just got to be prepared, to be able to help ourselves. And don't be looking for no little $1,200 one time. And then you're looking at having to pay that back too. Or something. So, anyway, y'all take care, and I'll see y'all the next time. Remember, it doesn't matter which direction you're going in, just as long as you're going in the right direction.